What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, The Hype, episode 401, fresh off the 400 spectacular. If you haven't already watched that one, you should check it out. We have some good cameos. We have a good giveaway celebrating our 400th episode, so check that out. We've got a lot to talk about today's show. We've got some fake triple autos. We've got some Mahomes 25th anniversary or 25 card set that's going to be in Panini cards. We got Star Wars, which I absolutely know nothing about, but we'll talk through it as Cody is the resident expert of Star Wars, as Star Wars Chrome is coming out this week, so a lot of hype talking about Star Wars cards. We've got some logoman sales. We got the West Coast Card Show going on this week, so come see us down at the West Coast Card Show where we have wax, lots of singles to sell, some big singles too. We got some Curry rookies out there. We got some LeBron singles as well. I'm almost forgetting because we're bringing so many things out to the West Coast Card Show. But, man, how you guys doing? Football's around the corner.
I was going to say, I think we have one more week of preseason.
Yep.
And then college football.
College, always that Labor Day weekend is always your college kickoff. Week 0 for the NFL. And then the NFL.
Yeah, then we
back again.
Yeah, we got a Thursday night game starting off, and then we got a Friday game.
You got your Thursdays. You got your Fridays. You got college on Saturdays. You've got your Sundays, your Mondays.
Man, if they could we got to get it.
You might even get some action on a Wednesday if you're into that sort of thing.
I need a Tuesday, Wednesday game.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a matter of time.
I mean, I've watched a lot of preseason.
Look, when we're
I need it. I need football in my life.
Give it, 25, 30 years when we're all just all we're doing is getting to, the only action we get is getting up off getting the cane and
episode 40,000 of the hype.
And, we're like, well, we're getting up to do episode 40,000 of the hype, then sit right back down for a whole week of football. That's what it's going to be with 64 teams spanning the globe.
Oh, sign me up.
It will be a 38-game season.
Sign me up.
Year-round football.
Yeah. I'm in.
Year-round NFL.
I just want to see it.
Yeah.
And I've seen a viral video for you guys doing your in-person fantasy football drafts. Make sure if you're going to draft Bijan Robinson in the first round, it's not Brian Robinson Jr. from the Commanders.
Also very good, though. Not to justify probably a first overall pick.
Sure, no.
But second or third round, Brian Robinson Jr. might be a good pick there.
He's gonna go, in top 4
but
rounds.
First overall, you probably could wait.
Yeah,
probably could wait on it.
You can wait. I remember
it would be hilarious if he ends up running for 2,500 yards.
He's like better than Bijan.
I'll never forget the fantasy draft we were in where now this isn't a crazy one. Somebody, I think, took Peyton Manning number 1, but this is also the same year, if this is going way back for the fantasy old heads, Priest, Holmes, LaDainian Tomlinson in their absolute prime were on the board, and he went Peyton Manning.
But Peyton Manning was
pretty good.
The follow-up for that, it was the record-breaking Peyton Manning season. So he looked like a genius at the end of it. But
that was like 49 touchdowns or something like that, or 50 touchdowns.
Also, it was my dad and I co-managing a team, and we ended up with LT, and we won the league, so we did all right.
Yep. We're going to get into some Jay Cutler talk here. Jay Cutler, the cards specifically, but I did notice on social media people are really upset about cheerleaders lately. Jeez, man. Can't believe that people get so upset about cheerleaders. I don't even notice them on the field when I'm at games, but apparently some people are really upset about a certain cheerleader of the Minnesota Vikings.
And if that happens, just let people who's harming anybody? Let them live. The person is having the amount of joy that person's getting from doing that is great. And who the hell cares?
And more than capable of the dance moves that are required for a cheerleader.
Is it still? Pittsburgh is the only team that doesn't have cheerleaders?
Is that right?
I think so.
I did not know that.
I think so.
Huh.
So they don't.
I didn't realize that.
They don't have to worry about it.
Right. No.
Fine.
They don't have to worry about cheerleaders.
No.
But
I'm kind of with Doug. I don't really. When I go to a game, even when I'm watching, it's
right.
They're there.
Yeah.
Cheerleading in general seems like kind of archaic in a sense in this modern world.
It's definitely.
You think it's getting the decibels up at the stadium a little bit?
Right.
I don't know.
Cheerleaders have, at least in the pro sports world, have evolved into dance teams. And cheerleading, too, like the classical version of cheerleading is there's still like those. If you ESPN2 will play it every once in a while, or like when they do the Ocho,
the cheerleading
that
competition.
Competitive cheerleading, which should be mentioned, needs a group of men in that. Usually you have in competitive cheerleading like a group of men that are, like they have the base, are the base of these huge, human structures. That's the only way I can really describe it. So
pyramid.
Anyway, pyramid. There you go. Thank you. That's
pyramid.
the word I'm looking for is pyramid.
I mean, I've dabbled in cheerleading myself, so hey.
I get more hyped up at this is more Bay Area centric, but I get more hyped up over the guy that's screaming. He looks like he's, my age or older, and he's just like, it's time. It's the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, he's got a little bit of a little bit of belly on him, and he's out there, and that gets me more hyped up than the
49ers, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the same
It's
guy.
like Michael something.
Yes, I worked with his wife when I was with
What about the guy who has the banjo?
He's good. Banjo Man.
He's on Cameo. I almost bought a Cameo from the Banjo Man.
He's on Cameo?
He is.
I've heard some mixed things from Niners fans about Banjo Man. I've never met the man, but heard some
mixed things.
I heard someone say Banjo Man is an opportunist. Banjo Man's just doing it for the clout.
Well,
okay.
It's tough.
He's also an Ace fan.
I think that's where I think a lot of Niner fans have issue.
Tough to get through the metal detector with the banjo, though.
It's true.
I think I heard he's
Nylon
like a
strings.
lifelong.
Oh, they let him in, huh?
Yeah, they let him in.
I mean, I don't know what banjos.
Now we have a problem because next game I'm going to, I'm demanding that I could bring a banjo and I could be a rival banjo player.
You let that guy in.
You let him in.
That's true.
I'm bringing an upright bass.
Yep. You heard of Banjo Man? Say hello to Cello Man.
Well, some new products this week before we get into the Jay Cutler talk. We've got Immaculate NFL, which is on the heels of the end of preseason, which should be a lot of hype going into that. Obviously, Star Wars Chrome and Donruss Optic 2425 drops this week, so head on over to Mojobreak.com. If you want to get one of your own boxes and you want brand new Finest basketball, 2425 Finest, you go to Mojobreakshop.com, use code FINEST10 for 10% off any of the Finest basketball hobby boxes. But I wanted to talk about this Jay Cutler. There was a 2012 Panini Prism Jay Cutler, 1 of 1. So it's they said 1 of 1 Superfractor, but it's actually the finite, the 1 of 1 finite. But I don't get mad about putting Superfractor on there in the search to get a little extra eyeballs on that thing. But it's sold for $12,000, the highest selling Jay Cutler card of all time. I don't know. Jay Cutler's playing cornhole now, I think, and he retired, 7-8 years ago? So, for those that say, Charizard could never break an ankle or have a ACL torn, well, Jay Cutler won't either because his career's over. So this person has a podcast, Pack Nicholson, who runs the the football card pod, I believe. He said some other idiots also bid it to $12,000. So this is the price I'm obligated to pay, and I wish it wasn't. I don't want to do any of this. I don't want to be a fan of a team that doesn't win Super Bowls and never had a great quarterback, but I'm a fan of the Chicago Bears. And if you look through his Instagram, he has a lot of other one-of-ones, so this fits right into what he collects. But $12,000.
Well, first off, I don't think Cutler is playing much cornhole, but he is an amazing mushroom farmer. Is that right?
Is that
Cutler?
No, you're thinking of Jake the Snake.
Jake Plummer.
Yeah.
There we go.
Jake Plummer.
Same
caliber.
You're right, though. I mean,
both played for Denver.
Yes.
Okay.
Both kind of similar. I mean, Cutler, a more successful run.
Jake Plummer, Jay Cutler.
Right.
Okay.
We'll start with the J.
Okay. Christian Cavallari.
Yes, that was it. That Jay Cutler. I don't know if they're still together, but
no,
yes.
they're not. I know a thing or two about the Hills.
Sure.
Jake Plummer, not with Christian Cavallari.
No, not that. As far as I know, he was not.
an esteemed mushroom farmer.
Yes.
In Colorado, I believe.
Where do you think Jay Cutler ranks all time for the Chicago Bears in yards?
Oh, it's going to be high.
Let's see. Yards and touchdowns. And let's just go with those two.
You know, I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah.
One and everything.
Number one.
Yeah.
He is number one all time
Look at
among
that.
Chicago Bears in yards and touchdowns. Number one in pass attempts. Number one in completions. Yeah. And
Okay.
Number three in yards per game, only behind Brian Hoyer, who only played 6 games, and Matt Barkley, who only played 7.
So Jay Cutler, I would say Jay Cutler in his prime,
The greatest Bears QB is
in his prime was a top 10 quarterback in his prime. So $12,000. It's not crazy. Not crazy for the greatest Bear quarterback ever to do it.
He's
So
objectively
where does
the
Jim
best
McMahon rank on this list?
He's not that high because I don't think he played
Very long,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
He
the
had-
thing.
they
but
had
he didn't get the ring. He got the ring.
But they had Walter Payton and they had the defense.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. Jim McMahon here. I just had the list up. I just took it down. Jim McMahon 4th. Ahead of him, Jim Harbaugh and Sid Luckman. Sid Luckman played from 1939 to 1950.
So the Bears are kind of the equivalent of the Browns in terms of quarterbacks, but they have the one Super Bowl.
They have the one Super Bowl. They have the defense. They have Walter Payton. I mean, I guess you're right. It's kind of
Actually,
Browns too. I have Jim
yeah.
Brown.
Rex Grossman's
Walter
got to
Payton.
be up there.
Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman,
Sexy
great
Rexy.
Bear,
is not there.
but still a good.
Here's how this tells you everything about the state of Bears quarterbacks. Number 10 all time in Bears history in passing yards is Justin Fields. All time. Justin Fields.
That doesn't sound right.
So you're basically, Caleb plays like 2 more seasons. He's going to be the all-time
Yeah.
leader.
Mitch Trubisky is 5th
In yards?
in yards. Mitchell Trubisky, 5th in Chicago Bears history.
That's wild. That is wild.
a team that has existed since 1920.
That is ridiculous, dude. That is ridiculous to think about. They've
That's
obviously
crazy.
been a great running team.
Well, also, but name besides Caleb
Right.
and Fields, they don't really seem to draft quarterbacks very high.
No, that's a good point. Fields and Trubisky, Fields,
Trubisky,
and now Williams. I mean, Rex Grossman was what? He wasn't a first rounder, but was he? He was kind of a higher pick, wasn't he? Rex Grossman, by the way, is 15th on this list. Rex Grossman was a first rounder, 22nd overall
by the Bears.
by the Bears.
Oh well,
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean that was a while.
they've been
ago.
trying. They've been have they been trying. But it just has
Kyle
not worked
Orton,
out. Kyle Orton's on that list. Kyle Orton was the QB in the Super Bowl run in
Did
2005.
Kyle Orton
2006.
also play for Denver?
Yes, he
What
did.
is going on with the Denver
Chicago
connection for quarterbacks?
If I'm not mistaken, Orton was the trade piece to the Broncos for Jay Cutler, among other things.
And because Fields, I'm looking at it now, Fields played 10, 15, 13, so he played 38 games. But yeah, Trubisky played a little bit more than that. Cutler by far played the most. And then you go back and it's like Grossman 2 seasons, Orton 1 season. 1 season in 24, they had Craig Krenzel, Chad Hutchinson, Jonathan Quinn, and Rex Grossman starts. 2003, they had Cordell Stewart, Chris Chandler, and Rex Grossman starts.
Oh, Chris Chandler, good.
Jim Miller, Chris Chandler, Henry Burris, Jim Miller, Shane Matthews, Cade McCown, Shane Matthews, Jim Miller. It's just every year it's like they don't have a guy that's like, if you look at on Wikipedia, it's just like multiple guys starting every year. So, yeah, Jay Cutler might be the greatest Bears quarterback of all time.
He's the greatest to ever do it in Bears history.
Well,
it's a pretty wild thing to say.
And it's crazy. I mean, that is 2012 Prism, which is the first Prism ever. So, I mean, you usually get a little bit of a premium on any of those cards. So it's the first black refractor, black finite, which ties me into this next segment, which is Shyne has 2 of the 3 Kobe logoman autos out of Flawless. He bought one for $1.7 million. He bought the other one for, I believe, $1.3 million. So he has 2 out of the 3 in existence. And my question to you guys is, the reason I'm tying this into Jay Cutler is, are we getting nostalgic on these Panini brands now that we know that the end is near? Or is the nostalgia of this could be the last year? I got to buy Flawless. I got to buy first year Prism. I got to buy this. I got to buy that because it could be no more. Do you think that's a real thing that's happening?
I think there's a little bit of that, absolutely, that's going on. I think there's two things happening, and it's something we've already talked about, that the top of the market right now, these elite cards, these grail cards, are at an all-time high as the way that big money investors are viewing these as true blue chip investments, like they view a big blue chip stock. They're viewing it the same way. But I don't think it's I don't think that it's crazy to say that the fact that these brands are going to go away.
They're not going away.
Well, they're not going away.
They're not going away.
But
Nobody's going to buy Flawless unlicensed.
They are
Nobody's
not going to be what they were.
People will buy it. We'll buy it.
They will.
We'll buy it.
People still buy Prism baseball.
Yeah.
They do. Is it the
People
same?
buy impeccable baseball.
Yeah.
We did well with it.
Yeah. It is still out there. There will
National
still be a
Treasures
market
baseball.
for it. It just won't be.
Fanatic. I mean, the only thing I see, and I don't disagree that they're going to try to make it, but I think Fanatics is going to try to cripple them so much. Like, they're not going to have, even if they go the legend route, there's going to be so many guys they're probably going to sign to exclusives. Like, they already have Jerry Rice doing shows. They already have Joe Montana doing shows. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to let Panini even have some of these guys. That's my thought. So it's like, what are you going to go NIL Flawless? Are you going to go get guys in college? Which there's already guys that are being signed now to Fanatics deals. So maybe that's. I mean, in the case of Shyne with these Kobe Flawless logomans, obviously there will be no more Kobe autos. And I was actually incorrect. One was 2.4. Another private sale. Shyne's the king of private sales, undocumented sales, and then he bought another one for 1.7 million. He's trying to buy the third, but the owner has declined. So $4 million on 2 cards. Shyne, man, he's had so many records.
The third would be because what? It's the. I should have double checked. He's already bought the 17, 18. The other one he bought was I'm curious what year that one is.
15, 16.
Was it 15, 16? Okay.
And then maybe
17.
18, 19?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, there's I think the last year he was in products was 18, 19, I believe. So, speaking of 18, 19, our boy Grant Williams was on a podcast. And if you don't know the backstory, he was basically at Fanatics Fest last year, 2024, not 2025 Fanatics Fest. And he bought a National Treasures box from us. We had only brought one. He wound up pulling the Luka numbered to 10 at the time. Somebody offered him $500,000. I think he sold it for $300,000+. But he's on this podcast basically talking about the transaction. And I think we got a little bit of a clip to play.
Yeah.
19, I said, okay, so if I rip this, what would be needed to even just get my money back? I said, if you hit a Trae Young, if you hit like a couple names they said, I said, okay, cool. Then no one said Luka. So I ripped the product. I see blue. So I'm like,
All right, we could stop it right there.
Well, hold up. Hold up.
Grant, I told you, Luka. Maybe it was loud at Fanatics Fest. I mean, also that's your rookie year, so you probably should know that Luka is in the same year. I know maybe you don't understand the cards, but I was saying that basically worst case scenario, second and third and fourth options is Trae, SGA at the time, who wasn't selling for as much as he is now, were the ones that you could possibly hit as consolation prizes to make your money back on a $12,000 box. So maybe it was a little loud of it. Maybe it was just too loud.
It's kind of loud.
No, I don't.
It was kind of loud.
I think 18, 19. I think you just didn't know what you were talking about. You didn't know that Luka was in there. Like, you would just sell a $12,000 box and be
It's
like,
also
the best thing that you can hit. I mean, everybody knows how I feel about Trae Young,
Right.
so maybe it was me
This is the
who
thing,
came in there, and I'm all, yeah, you need Trae Young.
This is the thing I was
This
gonna
Luka
say.
guy's a scrub.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like you guys kind of have an anti-Luka bias. So it was just like there's a Luka guy. But Trae Young, that's who you're going
But I am confident.
Jalen Brunson.
I swear I saw a video somewhere from somebody that was posted where you can hear Doug saying that you can pull like Luka, but if you don't pull Luka, you can get Trae Young, SGA, say that, oh, nobody even told me. There was like 18 people around. I'm pretty sure everybody knew that you were opening up 1819 and that Luka was a possibility in that box. Not a great possibility,
Do
but
you,
a
do you think he's
possibility.
just like adding to the lore of the story, like saying like,
Oh, yes.
like I didn't even know that was a possibility. Like they didn't even tell me that. And then when I hit
I
it,
mean,
it was,
he would have, if it was a 1920,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then he pulled an 1819 Luka RPA out of it, number to 5, I'd be like, yeah, now you're starting to create something.
I get
Great
it.
little story here.
It was exciting, and yeah, as time goes on, the fish keeps getting bigger. When you retell that story. So, yeah, I get it. It's fine. So,
It was a 2-pound bass, and now it's a 37-pound marlin.
by the time 30 years has passed, it's basically if you
Jaws.
watch the end of Jaws,
Jaws.
that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah. So hey, Grant. Only way to clear this up, Grant, come back on the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Grant was a great dude, and we enjoyed talking to him. But let's
Maybe he just didn't.
clarify
Like
this,
I say,
that's
it was a little hyped in there. It was a little. It was, we had a good spot at that show, and I think I had just done the podcast with Bobby Bones, and it was, maybe it was just a little bit too hyped in that area. He didn't hear me say Luka, and we'll chalk it up as that. But it does make a good story to say that nobody did tell you Luka. But come on. I mean, we've been doing this since 2010. You think somebody's going to not tell you the best guy in the product that works for us? But yeah. So, but also he'll probably never top that pull in his life. That'll never happen again.
to do that on box one. Yeah, it is setting the expectations. It's almost I don't want to say it's a tough way to start because it's the best way to start, but. Yeah, you're never gonna get that high ever again. Let's put it that way. You're kind of just chasing it
like
forever.
sitting
Not with that
courtside.
mindset.
Right? Yeah. Fair enough.
It's like sitting courtside and then having to just keep moving back up to the upper decks.
They did hit some big one of one out of a football product. It was a Topps football unlicensed, but I think it was like a Caleb Williams one of one that I saw. I think him and his girlfriend had hit. So
That's cool.
There you
Good
go.
for him.
So
I
he's
mean,
still getting
what's great about Grant is that he is an ambassador of the hobby. So I don't want to take any of that away, that he's doing content for the hobby. Very smart guy. And,
But you're just saying like real talk, bro.
real talk. We said that.
You know I said Luka.
another former guest of the break room, Matt Strum, made waves on the national baseball.
Oh,
front.
dude, I'm glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because we've been saying that same thing for like 5 years. It's almost like one of those things. What do you do for a living? I sell sports cards. Oh, like Lambos? Like that's one of those comments where Matt Stram goes on there and go, I collect Charizard now because Charizard can't tear an ACL. It's like we've been saying this for like years, and now it's all national news. Oh, he's great. He's
Look,
amazing.
I will say this. It's because I think on our break room episode, I said it sort of joking, like, the old thing everybody says, Charizard can't tear an ACL, blah, blah, blah.
So I took that from you.
As if, well, look, and I took it from I'm not even saying it's an original thought. It's just like, I was saying it on there like, the thing everybody says. Because I wasn't trying to I was like, I was just joking with him. And you know what? Hearing that, he knows it's also not the original thought too, but when the broader baseball media catches it, when they've never heard it, they're like, "Oh my God, this is like, oh wow, what a funny thing to say." Which it is a funny little anecdote, but when in this hobby we hear it day in day out of like
It's like the Carlos Mencia
Pikachu.
thing, right? He was stealing jokes from littler comedians. And then he made it mainstream. They thought he was
look,
genius because nobody had heard it, but all the other comedians had heard it.
I ain't
So-
accusing anybody of stealing nothing. It's I just think there's a broader audience that maybe heard that outside of our world and went, huh. Look, I never thought of it that way. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, you brought up the sports car.
Yeah.
You brought that. I actually got that again. I got that today, the dentist.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I'm sitting dentist chair, getting ready to do my thing.
You know what?
and,
Mouth
and-
wide open?
Mouth wide open. No. And so dentist is like, what do you do? Tell him, I'm like, I sell sports cards, have a brick and mortar, all that stuff. And he's like, pauses. He looks at me. He's all like posters and like Matchbox cars and like die-cast cars.
Like Hot Wheels?
Like kind of, yeah. And I'm all baseball cards, like baseball cards.
Yeah.
So I got it again. I was like, I almost was going to go, yep, posters, pictures of cars like Lamborghinis.
Just roll with it.
Just
It's lucrative.
Yeah.
Lucrative business nowadays.
I mean, they were very, very popular. Like
were.
in the 80s and 90s, a lot of people had like posters of Lamborghinis and Ferraris in their room.
That is true. Garages.
So, yeah.
You're not wrong. I think I usually say trading cards now. Trading cards, baseball cards, kind of go like that.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like, oh, okay. I know.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll keep on happening.
It's gonna keep on
You know what?
happening.
I'm actually not even going to fight it. I'm going to say sports.
Just tell them sports cars.
I'm going to go sports cards, and then I'm going to go like Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
Ferraris, all the
But
above.
then you're actually going to get called out because we'd be like, hey, my buddy's got an old 1981 Lamborghini. He was
That's
interested
true.
if you're
No, then I'm going to go back and go, no, baseball cards.
Yeah. Like, actually, yeah, sorry.
Like, no, I didn't say, no, not cars.
Yeah.
Cards.
But just tell them, too. That's from the junk car era. So,
Yeah,
we don't really accept those.
No, yeah, I actually only
Junk car.
I specialize in like Gremlins and Pintos. Yeah, that's
Or you know what you could do? You could actually say like, well, no, we do sell F1 cards. We have Mercedes and Toyota and stuff like that. That's what I was when you said
Right.
that. I just
Or if
reaffirmed
you're
it.
more
Yeah.
into stock cars, we got your NASCAR, we got Fords, we got
Ford, Chevy,
Dodge, Chevy.
Ford, Chevy, and Toyota.
That's right.
Nat Turner, owner of PSA, actually replied to that post that Matt Strom said about Charizard not tearing an ACL, and he says Pikachu never went to a Diddy party. So
Well, no. That's objectively true. So I will say, I was clued in about a year ago to this whole idea of, Pokemon, they can't be canceled. They can't be injured, blah, blah, blah. Last year, there was apparently a Pokemon character.
That was canceled.
That was actually canceled. That was had a weird, very suggestive, creepy, pervy storyline in like a comic series. And Pokemon collectors, the value of those cards plummeted when it surfaced, when it kind of came back to light. So, yes, it can happen. Just saying.
Can't tear an ACL.
No.
but can get canceled.
So, yeah, note to the Pokemon creators, do not put Charizard in don't go crazy with Charizard is all I'm saying.
Well, that's another thing. The Mega Evolutions is coming out, and we'll see some Charizard cards for the first time in a while because he hasn't been part of the Scarlet and Violet sets. So, for those that are interested, check out Mojobreak Gaming on that.
I did not know that. I thought they just print up the regular dudes and whatever characters.
They have so
people.
many now that they can go
Different sets, yeah.
They can go like 100 different Pokemon
You're
every
telling
time.
me they're coming out with stuff that doesn't have Charizard?
Oh, yeah, for the last year.
There has
Get a
not been a
Charizard.
major Charizard in a while. Yeah.
No, there hasn't been one on the checklist at all.
Yep.
So now Mega Evolution's got the hype. It's kind of like, let's simmer down a little bit. Let's keep the Charizard on ice until we're ready to use them again.
Exactly. They didn't need it.
They didn't need it.
And imagine what, after this year we have been through, what that set is going to look like.
Panini coming out with a set and being like, no LeBron.
Well,
Yeah, put them on ice, Put them on ice.
Or, in this case, no Mahomes autos for a while, and suddenly now they're like, boom, Mahomes autos all the time. Let's go.
Speaking of LeBron, I don't know if you guys caught wind of this on Goldin. We bring this up. There's that USA triple auto that was Curry, LeBron, and Durant. And it was in the instant packs or Tops Now packs, and it was redemption. It's never been pulled, never surfaced, nothing. So all of a sudden this card surfaces, and it's on Goldin Auctions, and it's all sticker autos. And then you read the title, and it says custom card. And you're like, what in the world is going on? And at the time, I think this was up to $1,800. So we're like, wait a second. How do we even know this is legit? So turns out Ken Goldin wasn't aware of the listing. And when he got wind of this and the social media commentary on it, and he pulled this custom card, rightfully so. But it just goes to show, me and Dan were talking about it. Sometimes, you let people do some things, and, every company is human, and they make mistakes, and they post stuff that's, probably shouldn't have been sold. Probably they didn't have the right authentication, and also is very terribly copyrights on all that
I was
as
like,
well.
you showed me. I'm like, there's a whole lot of trademark infringement going on in that card.
So, but it got some buzz, and it was pulled. So, a good job for Ken to recognize that probably shouldn't be selling this, and it gets pulled. But it does beg the question: where is this card? We're now almost a year? Has it been a year almost?
It's been about a year. Here's again for the listeners at home we
got close to it though, right?
A little closer up. I mean, because I saw this card,
and you thought it was the real. You thought it was.
Yes.
You thought, yeah, of course. So did I.
It popped up on Instagram. Was the first time I had seen it this morning before you sent it, and I thought that's not what the card looked like in the mock-up. But again, we're so used to seeing how the mock-up looks versus how the real thing looks, and sometimes it's a little different. And I didn't catch that those were stickers at first, so I just was like, okay.
When I first saw it, I'm like,
the card.
Oh man, I'm like, somebody really, really kept that quiet.
Yeah.
Before posting it.
But the thing that immediately was like, oh wait, this is wrong, is the sticker right there, USA. And not Tops. Like, there's no sign of Tops anywhere on that card, and that should have set me off right there. That should have set
another
off.
trademark infringement
Right,
there.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
There's the Olympic
card.
logo.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish this card was still up because did the person that make this card take stickers off other cards?
Had
That's the
to
only thing I
have.
could assume, right?
Had to have. That's
So-
the only way you could do it.
So they're going to include the blank cards that they rip the stickers off. I mean, it probably cost this person at least like $5,000 to get all those autographs, right? KD would be the cheapest, but get a LeBron auto off of a Topps card and a Curry auto. Maybe you went Leaf on the Curry. That's a lot of work, and then you get it shut down.
Well, there should be like the little holograms that are on the sticker themselves to tell you what manufacturer they're from, right?
But I don't think we can see in that picture.
It's a little tough to
It's a little tough to see.
Would you pay $1,800? You buyer?
$0.
You buyer for $0? Well, somebody was willing to buy it for $1,800, and there was a little bit of outrage when they pulled it down.
That's crazy to me.
There was that should have let the auction run.
Don't tell me how to spend my money.
And there was obviously it went up to $1,800, so it had bids. It had people who were interested in buying it. I think Ken absolutely did the right thing by pulling it down, but that's social media. Everybody's gonna have an opinion, so it is what it is.
Yeah, that was. I agree. He did the right thing taking it down. Because also, would there be some legal ramifications here of like, hey, man, this is a totally unlicensed product. There's no verification. I'm sure if you looked at the stickers, it might say it, but to the naked eye, there's no authentication there of like, is this legit? Are all these autos legit? They look legit, and I'm sure they are, but there's just too much.
Coming off the story with the guy who is forging, like auto penning all the autos, like coming off of that, like
everybody's going to be more on their toes.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that was going through their mind too.
Yeah, so good job on pulling that one down. But yeah, I mean, begs the question: where's this card at, and what does Topps do? Let's just say, because I think Mahan came out and said that, hey, it's been sent out, like it's been sent somewhere. I mean, how long do they wait to figure out, like, well, we could put this back out, or we could sell this, or we could put it in a product? How long do they give this person that may or may not have it or got destroyed?
So you're assuming it's a redemption?
It is, yeah, 100%. It's 100% a redemption, and it's in one of those packs somewhere. Apparently, forget what podcast he said it on or what news thing he blurbed it on, but he said we did an audit and the cards were sent out. We do not have the card.
Sheesh.
Was that at the dinner?
No, I don't think so. It was a video. I almost want to say it was like Sports Card Investor. Somebody was sitting down with them, and he asked them the question about it because it had been a length of time, and now we're even longer without seeing this card. I
guess that would make sense because Jeff Wilson's a big USA basketball collector.
Yeah, it could be right up his alley to ask that question, but. Yeah, interesting to see what happens. Is there even any of these cards on eBay?
I just checked. Well, the cards are there. I just checked the an unopened pack, and the most recent. Here it is. The most recent sale is $5,000 for an unopened pack.
Did we buy any of those?
No.
We did.
We did. Yeah, I got one, and I got a pack.
Oh, you should have.
Yeah, I remember he was sweating it.
Yeah. You go back. Go back in time.
If I could jump in a time machine
Jump
right now,
into the DeLorean, gun it to what? 88? Is it 88?
87, 88. I believe it's 87 or 88.
Whatever. Gun it to whatever speed you need to get back to that time, Cody.
Because that was the ultimate come up. Because I bought 5 cards. That was it.
Yeah, you need to go back and sell that for $5,000.
There's actually one on there, and the listing says, "Will it be found?" And it has a picture of the card, and it's like the Steph sealed pack 101 $4,000 or best offer. The 101 has still not been hit.
It has to be in there. That's it has to be in one of these packs that keeps floating around eBay.
But my problem with this is I don't know if, like, I'm sorry you can't see it on here, but it's like the guy has it in an envelope that's clearly half opened envelope, and I know the pack's sealed inside, but is there a way to tell? You know what I mean? Like Magic 3959 with the feedback of 356. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he probably didn't search his card, but I don't know. So you know what I mean?
You're going to give him $4,000?
I am not. But I'm saying that's good. That's what's running through my mind.
You're not going to give him.
I mean, the only way,
if you're willing to buy it for $4,000, then you're truly giving him the benefit of the doubt.
And it can't look that different, even if it's a redemption, which I do believe it is. It's probably going to be an encased redemption, I guess. So it looks the same as any of the other ones. Gosh, I don't know. It's been a full year.
Is it going to weigh the same? You know what I mean?
Right.
Is there a way to?
It should be lighter, you would imagine.
Oh, somebody else has a pack for $15,000 or best offer.
$15,000.
Cody, you should have.
I know.
But you did open it.
I opened it,
and you did the triple auto was not in
and
there.
it wasn't. It was
numbered to 99.
I don't even know if it was numbered.
It was.
Hey, look, the card still sold for more than what I bought them for.
You're good.
That was ultimately what I was like.
Oh,
that's why to me it was worth it to rip it.
You're in this transaction. You're in the black. You're good.
Every day that passes, trust me, I look it up every once in a while. Like
there's gonna be a point. There's gonna be a point where you're gonna fast forward like 2 years. It's like sealed pack, $150,000.
Yeah, and it could have been me. That could have been me.
But we talk about all of our Anthony Edwards, our Shohei Ohtani.
We don't talk about it. I completely forgot about it. We came up. Came up.
Right.
All we do is win.
Also looks like Tag Grading will be teaming up with Steph Curry again at the West Coast Card Show to have a special card, Canvas Marketing and Tag Grading teaming up to produce special Steph Curry cards. So that's cool, and his chance to keep growing this West Coast Card Show, which is near and dear to our hearts, to see that show do well. We will be set up there over the weekend with Alex and Shyne will be out there with singles and wax, and maybe we can see if one of these guys can bring us one of those Steph Curry cards back.
Yeah, maybe. Look, maybe it's that would be awesome to see that. I think that's really cool, and it's very cool that Steph seems to be doing a lot of these types of deals. It's all through Canvas Marketing. I think that's what the V Friends, the super stickers, was a partnership with that as well.
Exactly.
So, but the fact that he is sort of very involved in getting his autos out there, and it still feels rare at the same time, while sort of also not being fully Tom Brady in the hobby. You know what I mean? But he's still a large enough presence where he does these types of exclusives and stuff like that. That's, I think, pretty cool.
Yeah, and I believe the owner or somebody that the top level of Canvas Marketing is like a cousin of his. So
there you go.
He's supporting his family, which is that's really cool. And the Gary V manga cards are doing really well. So Canvas Marketing's on the up and up on that stuff. And so excited to see what those West Coast Card Show cards do. So. Which I want to call Burbank. It's hard for me to not call it Burbank.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. The rebranding, and shout out to PSA who stopped by the shop. We did submissions for Friday and Saturday. They made it a 2-day event because of the demand here at our shop. It was massive, but it was quick too. These guys were pros. They brought in their sheets, got the card submitted over the weekend, and another huge submission week for Mojobreak shop. So if you're in the Santa Clara area, plan on coming down, checking out the shop, and we will have PSA back in October. So another submission.
Yeah, it was. The PSA event was great. 2-day event. packed house, a lot of submissions, and we also did a Sunday event with ComC, which I heard was a success as well.
Yeah, I heard to the tune of like 30 to 40,000
Yeah, 30.
cards.
Wow.
I heard
Yeah.
30,000 cards
awesome.
submitted to ComC, which I wasn't really sure. That's a lot of events to run consecutive days in a weekend. So I was like, the ComC one might suffer a little bit with traffic, but it looked like it was solid. So,
Nice.
as far as I know, I think ComC based out of
Washington.
Pacific Northwest. So I do believe that they have been driving down the coast because they're also going to be set up at
West Coast Card Show.
Coast Card
Yes.
Show. So they're hitting up shops. I thought it was actually a brilliant idea, hitting up shops and doing events down the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great location for that show. The ultimate tease, though, of I think they're in a different part of the convention center this year.
They're in the main. It's a convention center I spent a lot of time in.
Yeah.
It's at the main. They were at the newer building.
Got it.
Which
Okay.
was
That's where
which
they were
was
last
which was it's in the same area, but it's like separate from the main convention center.
Okay.
So it sounds like they're doing it in Hall D, which is in the main area.
That is a massive convention center, too.
It's
huge.
it's unbelievably big.
Yeah.
I mean, they are only taking one hall. There's Hall A through D on the main floor, and then if you go downstairs, there's Hall E,
Yep.
which is basically the whole basement, and then there's also some other showrooms that are upstairs. Like that convention center is massive.
Yeah. Bonkers.
I would
Big.
love for like the National to go to that convention
It
center.
would be a hit. And like I was saying, the ultimate tease of looking out the window and it's like you can see the structures of Disneyland and California Adventure right out the window. Like, oh, it's so close.
You could actually
so
go.
far.
You go upstairs. There's a little lunch area with like a little cafe.
Yeah.
And it's there's like a little patio there, and you could sit outside in the patio overlooking
That's cool.
Disneyland.
That's cool.
I wonder how many family guys are going out there and be like, "Hey, wife and kids, here's some tickets to Disneyland. I'm going to go to the show, and we'll sync back up."
Yeah.
Seems like a good plan to me.
That's the easiest. Like, hey, the kids need a vacation. It's right before the end of, either summer has just ended or summer is about to end. It's kind of perfect. Yeah.
Not easy on the wallet, but hey, it's memories. Memories to be made. So, Panini announces new Patrick Mahomes auto collection. Each card in the 25 card set will highlight the career of Mahomes with numbered to 20 autos. So what is that? 20 times 25. That is what? 500 autos will be spread through some of their upcoming releases. Origins, Certified, Absolute will be the first ones. How much value does this add, guys, to the 2025 football?
I mean, you put in Patrick Mahomes autos. It's not going to devalue the product by any means.
Put up that image again of
the cards?
Of the rookie photo shoot.
Oh, there's well, that one's good on the left, but yeah, the one on the right.
Yeah, no, we don't need to talk about that one on the radio.
Don't remember
That's
that
fine.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
no,
blur.
no, he's your daddy.
Well, it's,
Mahomes is the Niners' daddy.
I don't know. Switching jerseys with the refs. I don't know. That's maybe what happened. But no, I mean, he's one of the greats. He's on the Mount Rushmore for most fans in the NFL right now, and only being in the league for 8 years, already with three Super Bowls?
Yes. And
Three
after the last count?
Super
Three
Bowls.
Super Bowls, 5 appearances.
Oh yeah, he's lost 2.
He's lost 2 now.
3 and 2.
3 and 2 in the Super Bowl.
He beat the Niners twice, right? Just want to make sure.
That did happen.
Yeah, lost against Tom Brady and
Yep.
lost against the Eagles.
Yep.
Speaking of Tom Brady, I saw a crazy stat on the Lebitard show. It was a clip that just came up on my timeline. Tom Brady is the only quarterback in history that every snap he took, he was never mathematically out of the playoffs. Never, not once
Wow.
in his career.
That's incredible.
If you think about that.
That is crazy.
Every single snap.
That's an awesome stat. They do those stats of the day where
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. That segment, I don't know, how they come up with some of those stats.
But I don't.
Nuts.
But did Tom Brady ever not make the playoffs and he didn't get hurt? I know he got hurt that one year.
In a season where he was fully healthy and played every game.
I think he made the playoffs every year.
I'd have to look that up. Didn't they miss the playoffs his second year after they won the first
must
Super
have
Bowl?
came down to the last play of the game.
I'm sure it did, but yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think they missed the playoffs.
I don't remember that Super Bowl.
In year 2.
That was a good one.
Could be wrong. It would have been 2002. Yes, they missed the playoffs that year, but they went 9-7. So yeah, they got eliminated in the final game. Yeah. There you go.
So or somebody else won.
Right.
You're right. So
The
at
old
the time,
the old Super Bowl hangover. I get it.
Can you imagine? I mean, think about that. The guy played for 22 years, 20 years.
Yep.
And he was never eliminated from the playoffs.
And from
every snap he took.
And from that point on, every year playoffs, other than the year where he got hurt in 08.
It was at the Matt Castle year.
That was the Matt Castle year where they almost made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Matt Castle. That's right.
Yeah, Matt Castle. That's how he got a big old contract from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I think he was the bridge gap to Alex Smith, right?
Yes.
I think. Or they may have had a few other guys in between then, too, but they got Alex Smith, in 2012, 2013, I think?
Yes, he was the in-between, I believe.
And then of course, Mahomes has been there. So, I mean, we'll see if they have another run. There's also some rumors about Taylor Swift being the halftime performer at Levi's.
For Super Bowl 60.
I watched that podcast, and
podcast that broke the internet.
Yeah, that is a stretch for people to hear what she said about baking sourdough bread.
60% of the time.
To having a hobby of baking sourdough bread to playing at the Super Bowl. Like, how do you connect those dots?
Hold up, guys. Are you telling me Taylor Swift fans are taking a deep dive and dissecting every word she says? No. Crazy.
She said that she bakes sourdough bread 60% of the time. That's very descriptive.
She absolutely no. You know what? I think she is, because I think at this point she's playing into the fact that everybody dissects every single thing she says and microanalyzes it. So she knows what she was doing.
In that podcast, she and I don't know why. I wasn't watching it because I wanted to watch it, but I'm sitting there, and she was talking a lot about how she likes to place Easter eggs everywhere.
Yeah.
Like on her tour, in her albums, artwork, everything. Like, she likes to do a little Easter egg. Her talking about that and then kind of dropping that, I could see how people want to put it together and go.
There was something else said, and I can't remember it correctly because I did watch the clip, but she said something about 47, and it turns out that Levi was the 47th show on the tour that she did. So, yeah. So we'll see. I mean, how are NFL fans going to feel about that?
I mean, she's one of the biggest star on the planet.
But what if the Chiefs are in it?
Perfect.
Oh God, my heart can't take a Niners Chiefs Super Bowl if she plays. Then yeah, because I'm going, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, the NFL wants that. That's what they want. I think it's going to be.
No, the NFL doesn't want the Niners in the Super Bowl.
I'm saying they want Taylor Swift as the halftime.
Yeah, they want the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Here's what and I could see them also making it.
Yeah, they don't care who the other team is.
Yeah.
If they get Taylor Swift playing the halftime show, and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl,
boom,
they don't care what else happens.
They don't care about the rest.
It could be the Cardinals. They're all whatever.
Right.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
They actually wouldn't even care. The game could be 60-0. They're like, it doesn't matter. We've already won. Right. Imagine the marketing they can do the 2 weeks leading up to that.
Oh God,
it's gonna be crazy.
Hey, and being in our backyard here, I'm okay with having Taylor Swift be the half. That'd be one of the biggest halftime shows of all time.
Yeah, and it's the 60th. It's the 60th Super Bowl. It's a big one. It'd be the first time since. I mean, they've had huge acts, but like I think of the Michael Jackson Super Bowl show as like the one where they're like, we got the biggest star on the planet.
I'm confused
to be the Super Bowl halftime show.
I'm confused why she hasn't done it yet. Like,
because she's still too relevant.
We always say, yeah, it's that's why I say that I think the Michael Jackson one was the last time where you could say the the person who you could say this is the most famous.
So you could be
person
too
on the
big.
planet
You could
right
be
now.
too big for the
Yes.
Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes, I believe so. I think you need to be separated by about. Kendrick Lamar was like the closest they got to being like, okay, you got an artist from this moment right now. That said, is Kendrick Lamar the biggest artist of all time? No, but he was in that moment. He was huge, and he's a contemporary artist. Taylor Swift would be. Even bigger
what
than
did
that.
I mean?
But what about Lady Gaga? She had done it.
Yes, but I think she was
are
still.
Are we saying that her best career years are behind her?
If you had her the year, like the few months after like Bad Romance came out, then it would be like, whoa, you got Lady Gaga, you got the biggest artist on the
What
planet.
about Bruno Mars? We have Bruno Mars. Did
They
Bruno Mars
had him
play?
twice.
Oh, yeah, well.
Well, he was part of like an ensemble of guys both times, if I'm not
Well, because if
mistaken.
you look prior to Kendrick Lamar, and that's why Kendrick Lamar may spark this, because Taylor Swift's looking back like that song jumped up even bigger. Like the song
Yes.
was like huge after that,
Yeah.
even though it was already widely popular. But all the memes, all the videos, I mean, it just was huge for him. And so she's like, maybe relevant artists can still play the Super Bowl.
And she's got the
Is
new
it
album coming out.
for her to get bigger than she is?
Potentially.
She's kind of quiet right now. I mean, it's
Oh, yeah. She had to lay low for a little bit.
She's laying low. I mean, but you look at the Super Bowls prior to that, you had Usher, right?
Yep.
And Usher's probably hadn't a hit song in 10 years. And then you had the LA Super Bowl with Dre, Snoop.
It was a cool moment, but it was
cool
all
moment. It's
like
all
kind of.
nostalgia again.
Yeah. It was nostalgia. Rihanna, who hasn't made new music in a long time.
Yep.
Shakira.
Shakira and J-Lo.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you kind of had
That was a tough one.
I thought it was good.
No.
Tom Petty in like what 2006.
That was that run.
well,
that was the
yeah,
run
that was
post
after the
Janet
Janet
Jackson,
Jackson.
where they're like, nobody younger than 65 can
Sting?
perform.
Sting?
Did Sting ever do a halftime
Did Sting
show?
do a haltime show?
No, I don't think he did.
Red Hot Chili Peppers were an appearance at one.
They did the 50th here.
Yeah.
Right? With like Coldplay and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Aerosmith?
Aerosmith did that one with like Britney Spears. And
Oh, yeah.
That was a crazy one.
Yeah.
But that was quite a. When MTV was still doing the halftime shows.
So yeah.
When did MTV? MTV was doing a halftime show?
That's the infamous Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake was
they're like,
them, and then they lost the rights to do it. So,
But Justin Timberlake came back and did it.
but then Justin Timberlake came back.
But
Janet Jackson still.
Rock Nation is still part of it, so
Yeah.
I mean that would make sense why you've seen Kendrick Lamar and Usher and Snoop and Dre. I think those are the first three that they've done. So putting Taylor Swift in there is not kind of in their bag of artists
Sure.
they've had so far, but
It's the big, but still,
It's
hey, you
the
ain't gonna
biggest,
say
yeah.
no to the biggest artist on the planet, the biggest singer on the planet
Yeah.
right now.
Wouldn't Beyonce make sense?
she's already
She's
done,
already done it
2 or 3
that would
times.
this would be a third time doing it at this point if she does it again.
I don't watch the halftime show.
Well, if you're there, you went to the Dre and Snoop one.
I did watch that. I watched that one. But generally, if I'm like watching it on TV, that's my time to like get up, decompress, stretch a
some
little
food.
bit,
Yeah.
get
It's a
some
nice
food.
30-minute break too.
Yeah,
it's a long break.
I don't.
I watch it now. I don't. Yeah. So
If I don't watch it in the moment, I'm always watching it back after, So, side note of 2025 products, Joe Flacco named the starting quarterback for the Browns. Not Dylan Gabriel, not Shador Sanders. What do you guys, Dan, what do you think this, how that news will affect his card market in breaks for the Browns? Could it
doesn't
actually help?
Well, there's always gonna be that uncertainty, right? Because we know that like it's not like Joe Flacco will be the franchise quarterback for the Browns for the next decade. Probably last year for Flacco, if he does perform and he actually stays the quarterback all year. I think as far as Sanders' value, it actually might. I don't think it's really going to affect it that
Maybe
much.
like the unknown.
It's the unknown factor. We've seen it time and time again with either quarterbacks or top athlete or top like picks in basketball, like get hurt or get benched. It's a lot of times doesn't really affect the value because there is that uncertainty of like when they come back, how are they going to perform?
Like J.J. McCarthy last
Like J.J. McCarthy
J.J.
was
McCarthy
perfect.
is the hottest name in football breaks right now.
Perfect example. So yeah, I don't think it's really going to hurt that much. I don't know what the Browns are doing. I don't think anybody really knows what the Browns are doing. If you're a Browns fan, don't you want to see you drafted 2 rookie quarterbacks? Don't you want to see one of them or both of them, or like what you're going to get in Joe Flacco?
I mean, maybe the thought process is you watch a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, and you're taking notes, you're seeing game action, you're seeing NFL pro game action for at least 4 to 5 games. Maybe that's the thought process.
But I think it's safe to say that fast forward to week 12.
One of those 2 guys.
Joe Flacco is probably not under center taking snaps for the Browns.
No. You would hope not.
Unless they are in first place.
Right.
I just think I've said it on this podcast before. It's just like, look at what the Packers do every single time. I'm not saying one of these guys is going to become the next Jordan Love, and I'm not saying Joe Flacco's Aaron Rodgers. But, like, I just don't know when teams are going to finally learn this is the model. Let these guys learn under a vet. A guy like Joe Flacco who's been there. He's been to the mountaintop. He's won it all. Like, that's not a bad guy to learn from.
Well, and the Browns organization, you look back, you got Johnny Manziel. They started him right away.
Threw him in the fire.
I think Brady Quinn started pretty closely right after he was drafted. Tim Couch. I mean, you can go on for long draft picks that the Browns has not worked out. So maybe they're like, okay, we don't want to we want to reverse the curse and have, the head. I'm sure these guys are both going to have the game headsets on, listening to how Joe Flacco's got the cadence going, how he's running the plays, so that you're not just thrown out there week 1 and trying to figure it out on the fly, that you have a little bit more game time preparation by watching them. So,
I mean, also, maybe neither one of those rookies have really wowed anybody.
Yeah.
In OTAs, training camp, preseason.
I think LeBron shouted out Shedeur Sanders saying this was incredible, that game he threw 2 touchdowns. Preseason game. I think it was game 1. And he's like, I don't care that it's a preseason game. He's a stud. So he got the endorsement from LeBron, obviously a Cleveland native. So, I mean, my thought is Shedeur does start probably by week 6. So maybe it is a good time to load up. I mean, the Browns are bound to have a good quarterback at some point. I mean, it's just gone too long. It's gone too long.
Who were they throwing to? Montario Hardesty? Is he still on the team?
Mari Cooper? No, just kidding.
God, I don't.
Oh no, they have the former. Is he still on the team? The former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, you're right.
Who's
Jerry
actually pretty
Jeudy.
solid.
He is wide receiver number 1.
Okay.
Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman,
Okay.
and Jamari Thrash. That is their top 3.
Oh, they got David Njoku.
David
solid
Njoku.
tight end.
Jerome Ford is starting in the backfield right now.
I think Chubb's going to play, but I think he's injured.
Chubb is a free agent.
You know who we didn't even mention? Dylan. We're all talking about Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Kenny Pickett is the backup QB right now for that team.
So one of those guys is probably going to go on the practice squad.
Yeah,
Because you're not gonna suit up 4 quarterbacks.
and it's almost certainly Shedeur.
You think so?
He's currently listed as 4th.
Oh,
And he was the lower pick.
Okay, I take it back. about his market.
It's tough.
If he goes to the practice squad,
That's uncharted territory.
that will hurt his value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will hurt his value.
That is one where 5 months ago, practice squad Shedeur Sanders is not something I thought we would be talking about, and he is ticketed as the chase. I mean, Travis Hunter too.
It's actually crazy because I do believe. I mean, I've watched enough Hard Knocks that before you send somebody to the practice squad, they essentially hit waivers, don't they? So they can get picked up or signed by any other
I don't know how
team.
it works on a rookie deal, but yeah.
But
Maybe
maybe
different on a rookie deal.
Then maybe in this case, even though Pickett is listed as the backup, they may just have to be like, we're not putting one of these 2 guys as the practice squad guy, because we don't want to. If that is the case,
Because I think at least with like veterans, they always talk about it in Hard Knocks. They're like, when they bring him in, they're like, we're gonna basically cut you, but we're gonna try to bring you back on practice squad if you clear waivers.
Yeah, then I would need to see how if it works.
Kenny
out,
Pickett to the practice squad.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Or just cut.
But they paid it. They went out and signed him as a free agent.
No, I know. But
You don't go out and sign somebody at a free agent. And you're like, yo, by the way, we're going to cut you.
This tells you nobody knows what the hell they're doing right now in Cleveland.
Well, they're just trying to figure out whatever.
Right.
They signed 5. They have Watson's still there. I mean, he's hurt, but he's not playing.
He's hurt.
They've been trying to fix this problem for years, and they've been trying. It's not like they haven't been trying. I always harken back to the situation if you think about Panini, right? Because Panini has Shedeur Sanders to an exclusive. I mean, they've been battling. They've been battling for their life on exclusives, going against Fanatics, who signed obviously last year Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and Drake May to exclusives. They didn't have those autos. They went out this year, and they probably offered Shedeur Sanders a lot of money to make sure he did not sign with Fanatics. And they did get Travis Hunter as well. But to see him fall to the 5th round after that, I mean, I'm sure there was a high-five moment. Shedeur's locked in. Yes. And they're high-fiving offices, and there's great guys over at Panini. And then he's falling to 5th now. And you're like, what the hell? Because, I mean, a 5th-round quarterback price on autographs is probably nowhere near what they paid him. And now there's a chance that he makes, if he goes to the I mean, that just sucks. And I can't blame him for trying. That would be the same guy I'd be signing too. Shedeur Sanders, you already have deals with his dad.
His autographs will still sell though.
Yes.
His name, he'll be different than any other practice squad quarterback in the league because he has Primetime's name. He has
but
his name
what
is
about
Shedeur Sanders.
Bronny James?
It did really. His market was good.
Still has a
Decent.
For a guy of his skill set, he has a crazy market for.
Yeah.
If you take away the fact that he is related to LeBron James, that he's a son, what an insane market for a guy who is a G leaguer.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I'm looking it up. This is the only thing I can find about practice squads with rookie contracts, and it comes from, of all places, the NFL
The Onion.
Madden. I know, right? The Madden subreddit. Somebody is saying, basically, if I move my rookies to the practice squad, it's whatever. He said, basically, I have to move rookies on my team. But
this is somebody who's running a franchise on Madden. Okay.
But said, actually, I need to know, in real life, if you move a player on a rookie contract to the practice squad, does that void their contract? Somebody's responded, yes, it does void their original contract. But if a drafted rookie gets added back to the roster during the season, the team can reinstate their original contracts. The Patriots did that with Bailey Zappi a couple seasons ago.
Well, and you got to figure it's 5th round. I mean, these contracts are all figured out now ahead of time. Right. So 5th round is not a lot of money compared to a 1st rounder. So, I mean, it's probably not much of a loss for him.
You in the 5th round now, there's a lot of value in a 5th round pick. You probably expect that player to make your roster.
I would also imagine if they were to do that with Sanders, put him on the practice squad, where it's avoiding the contract, and he can then is free to sign in another place, he will sign at a different. There's a team that will say, "You're the third stringer or the second stringer."
That's what I'm saying. If they were to do that with either Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders, they will lose. There are teams that are going to be like,
"Yes,
we will take it. We have
we'll
a spot.
Give you a spot.
We have a third."
So Kenny Pickett will get cut.
They can't sign Kenny Pickett. They go out and they're like, "Kenny, we want you on our team." And then now they're like, we drafted 47 quarterbacks in this year's draft, so we don't have any room for
2022 legend. 2022, before Brock Purdy, we were chasing Kenny Pickett. Now he's
genuinely, it might be a cleaner way to cut. Just be done with
this
it.
Conversation is the most Browns conversation in history.
100%.
Oh gosh,
yeah, you gotta love those fans that have the names on the jerseys. It's goes all the way down their jersey of the quarterbacks they've had over the years. Well, let's talk some Star Wars because we got Star Wars Chrome coming out. We're gonna be breaking that on Mojobreak.com on Wednesday, as well as Fanatics Live. And there's 2 versions this year. There's the Hobby and there's the Breaker Delight, which I believe this is the first year, right, that Star Wars Chrome has had Breaker Delights.
I feel like they might have last year, but I'd have to double check. But there was a notable improvement last year from, I remember 2 years ago when they first released Chrome Star Wars, and it was bad. I'll just say it. It was just a bad product, and there wasn't anything notable in it. It was it had nothing to offer. It kind of felt like Topps Chrome update series before the MLB debut patches. Just what are we doing here? There's a million other things I could be collecting. This is just a retread for all the stuff we've already seen. Huge improvement last year. adding in like the first year autos and things like that, adding in more SPs. Design is better. Looks like they've really perfected it. It looks a lot better this year. And
Still have Carrie Fisher autos, huh?
that's the thing. And there's also, some of the checklist looks really exciting. Some of the legendary autos, all three, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, and Mark Hamill of the original trio are in here. Their autos, plus tons of other dual autos. All one of the really big chases is going to be Lee Jung-jae, who is the star of Squid Game, who starred in one of the new Star Wars shows, and I believe this is going to be the first time you can get his autos anywhere.
Is there like an acronym, or like if you're a Star Wars fan, you're just a Star Wars fan, or is there another?
There is not a Trekkers or whatever like that.
Yeah, they need to have one.
No, there is no sort of moniker.
Has there been anything that's been released that's new for Star Wars? Like, has there been there obviously hasn't been a new movie.
There's been new shows. So there was the Acolyte last year, which very mixed on fans. Fans were very, very mixed on it. You either loved it or hated it.
Like a live action.
It was a live action show.
Not like anime, because I know they've had like a lot of animated stuff.
Yeah, there's been a few animated ones. So that was one of the bigger ones. That's going to have some big stars. Skeleton Crew, if you saw that preview image with Jude Law there, he was the big star in that one. But it was mostly like a group of kids. It was kind of a like Goonies in the Star Wars universe. It's actually a pretty fun show. But he was the big star attraction. Is
that Jude Law?
That's Jude Law right there. But yeah, right now, this is the one thing, and why I kind of threw out Marvel too, of like, Marvel's had all these huge influx of new Marvel with the Topps stuff, especially as Topps is now like, all right, this is ours now. We can do all these new things and throw it out there. Whereas, like, not saying Star Wars is getting stale by any means. I think that actually, over the last couple of years, they have picked and choose the sets that work the best, that look the best, that fans like the most, and I still think they're doing a really good job at that.
Like Chrome Black.
Like, well, most of the best and most of the stuff.
Hey,
still sells.
They all can't be winners.
They all can't be winners, but I love a Chrome Galaxy, and this one has been great. But it does very much feel like I mean, personally, like
now
the new shiny thing
this
with Marvel
is Star Wars Chrome, and then there's also Star Wars Chrome Galaxy, which is a separate release. And it seems like almost Galaxy is kind of taken the collectors. They want the Galaxy more.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a reason just because of the art? It's more art based.
I think it's that. I think that you have the iconic Star Wars cards are those 70s, those first edition sets where it's just, portraits of the characters. It's screenshots of from the films and things like that. So I think that the roots of Star Wars cards are that. It's not necessarily the autographs. It's not necessarily these SPs and things like that. It's just as simple as we want the cards to be a cool scene or a cool piece of artwork, and that's what I think that's what a lot of collectors like. And and still Chrome Galaxy is the gold standard, I think, when it comes to that.
And you see some high sales. Looks like it's dominated by Luke Skywalker here on some of the vintage stuff. 77 top Star Wars Luke Skywalker PSA 10, population of only 9. 78,000 sold in 2023. So you have a couple other $60,000 plus sales. There was also that Galaxy Chrome Superfractor that I think sold for over $100K. Recently at the National. So a lot of hype building up into this. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's a perfect time to get in some breaks over at Mojobreak.com, getting in on some Star Wars Chrome this week. And there's also that triple auto from Star Wars Chrome of Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher that sold for $30,000. And then Card Ladder has a value of $47,000. So, I mean, that's the card I would like. I love the original movies, so that would be up my alley. But very cool lineage, and it's very cool that they have all these different actors that have played in these movies that you can have the autographs of. And, around the corner we have the Green Day Garbage Pail Kids Chrome, so that'll be another entertainment-based set that we'll see what it does with tour relics, triple autographs, autos of the band members, different places in Berkeley that represent on the Garbage Pail Kids Chrome design. So I'm excited to see what happens there. But get ready for some Star Wars Chrome this week. I did open some Mint Marvel, and I thought the base cards were kind of, they didn't do it for me. But I did hit an encased Venom 7 of Spades. Or 7 of Clubs.
I really like those
and
cards.
It was numbered to 99. It was like it was a cool looking card, and I think there was one other one on eBay for $1,500 or best offer. So I don't know what it's valued at, but I thought the card was cool, and I thought the encased version of the Mint Marvels were pretty awesome. But the base cards were kind of, and you have a picture of I think one of the base cards.
Yeah,
is a little bit more on the blah side.
Yeah, they look fine, and I think that I was interested to see how that product is and how that's going to do, because I think right now when it comes to those two IPs for Topps, I feel like a lot of the momentum is shifting towards Marvel. It's the new hot thing. I get it too for Topps, and they want to. Every product that comes out is the first of this kind or whatever, one of the first of its kind. I was looking at sales, just real quick. These are just some highest of the Topps Marvel sales, which you see like some Superfractor Iron Man there, some Sapphires, Spider-Man. Spider-Man still almost across the board is still easily the top selling of the characters, which is pretty much in line with when we had the PMGs of these characters. But the PMGs are still, nothing has rivaled that for Topps.
Yeah,
that's the one thing.
$168,000 for a Fleer metal green PMG, 2 of 10. The green ones are the most sought after. 2022, a little bit different of a time.
And
Still
it was
kind
also
of the bandy, but
that whole year was a huge people. There was a lot of PMG sales that year specifically.
Could have probably been buying a lot of that in 2013 sealed. I think it was available.
Yeah.
Am I reading this right? You're going to Disney sales. You got high, so we're talking about Disney as well with one of the IPs. That Superfractor Mickey Mouse sold for $500K.
I don't know. I mean, best offer. So grain of salt. On
it
that
was
one.
on Alt.
Alt confirmed paid on Alt. I don't know.
Not a $500,000.
$500,000 for, it's the first.
It's not a $500,000.
That was and again, if you want to try to justify the price, the very first of the Topps Chrome Disney Superfractors. It's also 100th anniversary edition of it.
Are you trying to justify that $500,000?
I ain't going to buy that for $500,000.
There's no way.
Which is crazy because...
But you know what it is, Dan? Mickey Mouse can't, tear an ACL.
Right. Right.
Mickey Mouse can get canceled, though.
I mean, look, don't watch some of those cartoons from 1930.
Mickey Mouse can get canceled.
Look, I'm not saying it's anyway. That's all
different times.
Yeah, but that's 500,000 versus the card right below it for those listening is literally the iconic 1931. It's Walt Disney holding Mickey Mouse. It's the Walt Disney rookie card sold for $40,000.
I don't. Yeah.
Give me the two. Which one? If you held both in front of me right now and said you could pick one, I am going to take the 1931.
I have one, not a 9. We have one. It's like a 3 or a 4, I believe, but
it's a really
nowhere
cool
near the ballpark of that 9. That's a pop 3, but that card is very cool, and I love it. And I'll never sell it. I think it's like a 4 or a 5. I got to look it up.
That's cool.
It's iconic, definitely iconic card of the great Walt. And then you have the Enchanted, Disney Lorcana Enchanted, 40,000, another version of Walt and Mickey. So I think there's definitely some room to grow. I'm surprised that some of these Genesis cards, Superfractors, haven't sold. They got to be pretty close to that 31,000 that you show there.
There was a few when I was looking up, like the Yoda Superfractor was, I think, among the top 10 of some of or top 15 of Star Wars sales in the last few years. For Disney, there's a few Genesis ones as well, but I think there's a lot of untapped potential for Disney because we haven't even seen those sets they brought up at the industry conference. Where
Toy Story.
There's the Toy Story 30th anniversary that may have Tom Hanks autographs in it, Tim Allen autographs in it.
SpongeBob.
That should be huge.
Not Disney.
No,
but SpongeBob.
That's an untapped IP. SpongeBob's a huge untapped IP for trading cards, and the Magic set
untapped.
Was.
I don't know, man. I'm not super bullish on the SpongeBob. The Toy Story, I think, is going to be huge.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be huge.
It hits the perfect
But
dead
I
center.
I could be wrong with the SpongeBob. I could be wrong. They haven't had anything, so
I'm telling you because it goes beyond not just millennials but Gen Z, where the generation that made all of those episodes into memes, where you could just make a set where it's all of the memes. I mean, again, the Magic the Gathering kind of did that, and those were big hits. But I think if you did that in trading card form, where there's a lot more scarcity, I think it could be a pretty big hit. Not maybe Disney Star Wars level, but
we'll see. I could be wrong.
yeah.
I like some SpongeBob, man. Some Patrick, and
Patrick 1 of 1.
Yeah, Patrick 101 and the what is it, Krusty Krab?
Krusty Krab.
Oh man, there's so many. What's the little plankton guy's name?
Plankton.
Plankton.
His name is Plankton.
His name is Plankton. I mean,
Easy to remember.
I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of SpongeBob.
Really?
it's best.
It's
adult level humor almost.
The first 2 or 3 seasons I hold as some of the best television out there, and I'm not exaggerating. It is that good. To me, it's like first from season 2 to 9 of The Simpsons. To me, is just television perfection. Those first 3 seasons of SpongeBob are pretty close, if not right there.
Another IP that I think from a card
Yeah.
standpoint that's untapped.
There's so many
is
celebrities you could have on that one too.
The Simpsons. You could do a lot.
There had been some in
There was
in
but
junk wax era.
not in the modern could a Simpsons Chrome.
It actually really and it seems like the most obvious one now that you say it. I wasn't even thinking about it, but it's now owned by Disney, so Topps would just be able to use it. 2, Topps Chrome Simpsons, and you said it, Doug, the amount of celebrities you could throw.
Even the baseball episode.
Yeah. All the base. Oh my God! Could you imagine a booklet of all of the guys from the Homer at the Bat episode?
Jose Canseco,
Griffey,
Yeah.
Mattingly.
You could do Mick Jagger autos. I don't know how that works with the Panini agreement, but he was in a Simpsons episode. So
Matt Leinart was in the Simpsons episode.
Look, there are so many possibilities of people you could put in there, and then of course all of the voice actors have been there for years.
Should ask Matt Groening when it's going to be made because he's already went in the future and seen it, right?
That's true. Yeah,
he's a time
So
traveler.
there's just going to be an episode where they're opening Topps Chrome Simpsons, and then 3 years from now, here it is.
I'm sorry. I see those so often now that I'm like, I don't even think this is real anymore. I think
Half
they're
of those are
doctoring.
fake.
Yes,
Half of those are fake.
Yeah, half of them are fake.
Yes.
They're like the Simpsons
beware.
named this NFL game, and I'm like, where was this? And it's didn't exist.
No, they did not do. Yeah.
So, but well, that's all we got for today's show, guys. Make sure you check out the Wax Packs and Warning Tracks. They just dropped a new one, Cody and Bubba, on Friday. We also have our breakdown we're going to be doing tomorrow with Troy from DA Card World. Casual Troy. I'm sure we'll talk some music, some Star Wars, and some other stuff on the breakdown, episode 5. That is part of the Collectibles on SI Sports Card Nonsense channel on YouTube. So also you can just, if you're listening to the audio podcast here, it'll be right where you're listening to the audio podcast as well. And we'll see you guys next week on The Hype Piece.